Only a 60 and 16 ping. That looks acceptable. So welcome, esteemed members of chat, into Thin Ice versus Team PumkinSnatch. Today, we have the perspective of Flyrish and Tux. Beater versus Seeker in this match. Entering into the first 15 seconds of the match, it doesn't look like anyone has scored just yet. Cardi for Team PumkinSnatch in possession of the Quaffle, looking to pass it on downfield, or maybe looking for the shot. Never mind, gets it in. 10 points on the board by way of Team PumkinSnatch. At 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock by the time of that score. Presently, looking as if the Seeker race is having a hard time. Tux and Macoon, always a dominating presence, but Tux is fighting off against Flyrish, who is keeping them on their toes. Always good to see. Always good to see. Meanwhile, 6 minutes in, Cardi racing back downfield, looking for another shot on goal to get an early lead, but it is saved by Yukio. Cardi regains possession of the Quaffle. Might go for a second shot. Second time might be the charm. Ooh, but Shintasu kicks it away. Over to Yukio. Yukio now in possession, looking for an opening to send it on downfield. Flyrish, in the meantime, is trying to put up some pressure, potentially sending it on over to Macoon to give their Seeker more of a chance to get past there. Small amount of desync there, but during that time, Groovy manages to put it in for the first 10 points for Thin Ice. We have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the board. This is a tie game. Could be anyone's bet. Flyrish steals that oncoming bludger from Macoon, sending it on over to Tux. PumkinSnatch in possession of the Quaffle, sends it out to midfield. Cardi now in possession, streaking down the pitch, looking for an opening, trying to put in another shot and keep that tied game from remaining so. Swings on down, pulls back, waiting for their Seeker to clear out of enemy territory. Always a good idea, always a good idea. But it's getting closer, and it is getting closer, and it is looking like it is more than likely going to be Tux on top of the snitch. We've seen it happen, and he captures at 4 minutes 47 seconds, adding 20 points to the board. That is 10-30. Team PumkinSnatch in the lead, squeaking forward now. Thin Ice is going to have to respond here if they want to keep up. Shintasu now in possession, sends it on out. Pumpkin regaining possession, sends it to Cardi. Cardi now in possession of the Quaffle. Will Cardi be able to get past Yukio here? No, Dake Blueby prevents that from even getting that far. Meanwhile, Flyrish is putting some clonks on top of Tux. Ooh, and Tux goes down as Flyrish knocks him to the ground. Groovy now in possession of the Quaffle, looking to get past PumkinSnatch, but PumkinSnatch makes an amazing save, keeping the Quaffle out of their goal and preventing Thin Ice from getting that next shot. Passes on over to Neo. Neo takes the Quaffle, passes it on over to Cardi. Cardi, with a prolific history of getting that Quaffle in the goal. Will they do it again? Oh, does not look like it. Now, Groovy in possession of Thin Ice. Groovy comes up from the top, swings on down, but PumkinSnatch gets the save once again, showcasing her capabilities as a keeper. Cardi in possession. Flyrish trying to get those clonks in on Tux, keep that Seeker pressure up. Shintasu for Thin Ice, now in possession of the Quaffle, passing it on over to Groovy, moving on towards PumkinSnatch's side of the team. Will they get the shot? They do! Shintasu points another 10 points on the board. What a match! We are 2 minutes, 56 seconds left on the clock. Currently, Seekers are approximately at 50 and 40. Solid lead there. Cardi now looking to get another shot on goal, but it is saved. Shintasu now in possession. Flyrish knocking Cardi. Quaffle, ooh, we're seeing some desync here. Esteemed members of chat, desync and Newts, always a tradition. Love to hate to see it. Dake Blueby in possession of the Quaffle. Flyrish getting a hit on Macoon. Dake Blueby putting that goal in, bringing the score to a tied game. And it looks as if Denji is now in the lead on the snitch with a good bump. And Tux getting hit by Denji, or by Flyrish, excuse me. 2 minutes left on the board. The snitch is getting closer and closer. We're going to swap on over there. And it looks like Neo puts points on the board for Team PumkinSnatch. 30-40, 1 minute, 50 seconds left on the clock. These Seekers are getting close. Oh, Flyrish knocks out Macoon, giving them a wide berth for Denji to get that snitch out there. Flyrish keeping up the pressure over on Tux. Tux swinging out of the way, but Denji captures the snitch at 1 minute, 36 seconds left on the board. That is 50-40. Thin Ice in possession. Shintasu now in possession of the Quaffle. Moves it on over to Groovy. Groovy puts it in. Another 10 points for Thin Ice. Ooh, and Flyrish knocks out Tux once more, giving Denji an even wider lead on that snitch. They now have some snitch insurance and 20 points, but Team PumkinSnatch has what it takes to bring this game back around. I do see you guys saying that there's some jittering here and there. We'll be restarting the stream after this match. In the meantime, Dake Blueby is putting the score in. That is 70-40. Thin Ice still in the lead. Tux takes a bump from Denji. Denji showcasing their seeking skills earned over the past few years. Cardi in possession of the Quaffle, looking to get another point on the board for their team. However, we are only 10 seconds away from match end. It doesn't look like Team PKS is going to get this, and that is the game. 70-40 by way of Thin Ice. Well done, Thin Ice, on that match win. Regret to inform, I'm going to try my best to keep all of the resources managed appropriately, but I cannot guarantee anything at this time. That said, we are about to move into the second game between Thin Ice and PKS. Groovy in possession of the Quaffle for Thin Ice, moving downfield, looking for a way to get past their defensive line. Dodges out of an incoming chaser, moves past Pumpkin. Oh! But it looks as if 21st Q got in there with a defensive one-timer to keep it out of goal. Does seem like there's pretty high ping on both sides here, guys. I'm seeing their ping is pretty rough at this moment. However, they are keeping up to it. They are pushing through. Shintasu in possession of the Quaffle for Thin Ice, looking to get around, but Cardi tackles and steals it away. Groovy looking to steal back, swings wide as Cardi streaks down the pitch. Going over, passing on over to 21st Q. 21st Q looking for the shot, swings on over. Oh, but Groovy with the save! Groovy with the save! Beautiful shot. Can't say that Groovy doesn't earn their keep here. Cardi in possession of the Quaffle, puts it in. 10 points on the board by way of TPKS. Five minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock. Dake Blueby passes it on over to Yukio. Yukio in possession of the Quaffle, looking to put it on out, sends it on over to Groovy. Tux swinging around. We are getting close on that Seeker game. Let's transition on back at the 5-minute mark. Groovy takes the shot, but is missed. Macoon is eliminated by Flyrish. Or no, Flyrish is eliminated by Macoon. Excuse him, wow. Currently, Tux doing everything in their power to try and get these 20 points. Goes for a bump and the capture. 20 points on the board, adding to their previous score, a 30-0 PKS at 4 minutes 45 seconds left on the clock. They are still in this to win this. You cannot count out on PKS. They put in another shot. Beautiful goal there by Cardi. 40-0 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left on the clock. It is possible that we see a dominant PKS showing today. Passes to Dake Blueby. Blueby tries to get past Pumpkin, but Pumpkin again with the save. Groovy looking to play some interference, but does not get to Cardi in time. Cardi swinging in from the left-hand side. Groovy looking for that defensive line, lining up with other defensive chaser. Ooh, and a save by Yukio. Yukio sending it right back out into midfield. Dake Blueby in possession, but Pumpkin regains. Pumpkin sending it on down to midfield. Cardi at midfield to meet the Quaffle. Going up, swinging left, looking for an opening. Guides on over to the left, drifts on over to the right. Puts it in, 10 points, 50-0 by way of PKS. What a shot, what a match. Snitch is entering into the 45-45 mark. Does look like there is a slight advantage by way of Denji at the 50. Tux trailing just by 5%. PumkinSnatch now in possession of the Quaffle and holding it in the back, waiting for the Seekers to come around. 21st Q now in possession after the pass from PumkinSnatch. Sends it back. Sends it back. Looks like they are really holding on to that Quaffle, not wanting to give the other team the chance to get it. Meanwhile, all efforts have transferred over to the Snitch game. Passes it back on over to Cardi. Cardi now at midfield, streaking past the enemy line. Groovy trying to interfere. Comes up from the below. Cardi tipping up. Weaves. Oh! Tux takes a hit. We are getting close. And it looks as if Cardi puts another 10 points on the board. That is 60-0. PKS still in the lead at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Unless Thin Ice can bring this around, it is unlikely that they are going to be able to capture this win. Groovy in possession of the Quaffle, sends it on over. Dake Blueby scores with a one-timer at 1 minute 59 seconds on the clock. Tux is fighting for his life to try and get that Snitch, but it currently looks as if Denji is still in the lead. They are neck and neck. Denji gets the bump. Denji swings, looking for the opening. PumkinSnatch goes out of bounds, trying to get it, and Denji captures. That is 30-60. That is only 30 points left with 1 minute 42 seconds left on the clock. They have the ability to turn this around. We might see a surprise shutout, or PKS could be forcing their way into a third match. Ooh, just shy there by, I do believe, Shintasu. Good shot, just wide. Let's transition on back over to Groovy. Groovy taking a look over there. Groovy with a beautiful, beautiful kick away from PumkinSnatch. Interferes with that chaser line, but not for long. It's back over at Cardi. Cardi is moving their way downfield once more, coming over from the left-hand flank, going up high, trying to get past Yukio. Yukio, that ever-formidable keepers, doesn't save it then. Cardi puts it in. 30, 70, 54 seconds left on the clock. It's not likely for them to change this around, but will Thin Ice still try to put more points on the board to at least not be completely shut out? We will see. It could change here. If they can get 2 points, 2 chaser goals, and a Snitch capture, they could bring this back around. They're doing everything in their power to do so, but PumkinSnatch is not allowing them to hold on to that Quaffle. Still holding it well beyond a few good seconds, passing it back on out at 21st Q. 21st Q passes it to Cardi. Cardi moving it on downfield, preparing the shot against Yukio. Will they get it? Will they make it? No, Yukio kicks it on out. Denji currently in the lead on Snitch. 10 seconds left on the clock. We might see another Snitch capture here. Tux gets hit. And Denji captures once more. That is 70-50, but only 6 seconds left on the clock. Is it likely for them to score here? No, it is not. And that will bring this match to a close at 50-70. Team PKS still leads there. And we are moving into a third round, ladies and gentlemen. The third and final match between Thin Ice and Team PumkinSnatch. It's all on the line as we begin. And they are off. Groovy Games in possession of the Quaffle. Passing it on over to Dake Blueby. Dake Blueby trying to get an early score against PumkinSnatch. Swings on up, but PumkinSnatch manages to capture that save. Beautiful. Beautiful defensive work by way of Team PKS. PKS now moving it on downfield to Cardi. Cardi at midfield, swinging out of the way of all these defensive chasers, looking to get past Yukio. Will they do it? Oh, they do! 10 points on the board at 6 minutes 28 seconds on the clock. That is 10 points by way of PKS. And Team PumkinSnatch is certainly celebrating. Meanwhile, looks like the Quaffle is already back out onto the field, passed on over to Dake Blueby. Dake Blueby looking to return the favor. Do they do so? No! Cardi with a defensive save as Chaser moves into position and interferes with that play. A beautiful interception, moving back on from the right-hand side of the pitch, moving to go in for goal, takes the shot, but Yukio saves once more. We are currently at about 50-50 on by way of the I'm losing my touch, guys. 50-50 by way of the snitch meter. Dake Blueby in possession, passes it past PumkinSnatch, and that is in 10-10, tied game at 5:39. Some Chaser interference by Groovy over on the Seeker game. Will that be enough? Who knows? Tux currently about neck and neck. Slight advantage on the snitch. Pumpkin is down. Cardi in possession of the Quaffle, looking to sneak past Yukio once more. Will they be able to do it? They do! That is another 10 points on the board for PKS. It is 10-20, PKS currently in the lead. 5 minutes left on the clock. Let's switch on over to Tux to take a look at their position. Tux is currently enjoying... No! Knocked back! Tux is behind. Denji in the lead. Will Denji be able to secure the snitch and push them forward? They do! Denji getting the snitch, and that is 25 minutes, 54 seconds left on the clock with Thin Ice now back in the lead. It is going back and forth between these Titan teams, everyone. I'm on the edge of my seat. I think you all are too. Shintasu in possession of the Quaffle, moves it on over to Dake Blueby, but forfeits it on over to PumkinSnatch. PumkinSnatch sending it out to midfield. Brief repossession by way of Thin Ice, but Cardi picking it back up. Moving towards midfield, Groovy coming in for some Chaser interference, but Cardi dodges out of the way, is just too elusive for their own good. However, Shintasu gathers the Quaffle, sends it on over to Dake Blueby. Dake Blueby is swinging back on down. Will they be able to get past PumkinSnatch? No, Neo manages to gain possession of the Quaffle and passes it back on down to Cardi at midfield. Cardi now swinging back forward towards the enemy line, hoping to get past them, and does. Another beautiful shot by Cardi. This is a tied game at 3 minutes, 58 seconds left on the clock. The Seekers are battling it out. It looks like Denji has fallen back on the snitch a bit. Meanwhile, Tux is enjoying a strong lead. Looks as if they're trying to prevent that first snitch capture from happening again. Meanwhile, Groovy is doing their best to prevent goodness, McCoon from coming back in and regaining that lead. Meanwhile, Dake Blueby is putting points on the board for Thin Ice. That is 40-30, Thin Ice in the lead at 3 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Seekers are pushing hard. Beaters are fighting hard for their Seekers. Meanwhile, the Keepers are keeping every single goal they can out. PumkinSnatch coming into midfield, sends it on out and dies in the process, but Cardi is in possession of the Quaffle. Was it worth it? They currently have a defensive Chaser in the back and Yukio. Will Cardi be able to squeak on past the both of them? Two defensive Chasers, and Yukio does anyways. Cardi puts it home, 40-40. We are looking at a tied game at 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. Everything rides on this next snitch catch and subsequent goals. It's looking like Tux is currently in the lead on the snitch. It is getting close. Closer. Dake Blueby puts it home. Small lead by 10 points at 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Thin Ice might be able to close this out, but Tux is not going to let them have it. However, Tux is low on health, even as they enter into the 80th percentile on their snitch meter. Will they be able to keep up? Will they be able to stay in the skies? Regaining health slowly, swing back around. They are at full health once more. It looks like Tux just might push it all the way. Swinging into enemy territory, however. Will they be able to keep this lead? Gets hit. Oof. That is devastating. But will it be enough for Denji to come back around? Oh, takes another hit. The Chaser interference by Thin Ice is ever powerful. It looks like the Chaser game might be completely abandoned. Tux swinging out of the way, coming in for the catch. Dodged out of it. Takes a hit. Might just give Denji the chance to capture this snitch. It just might change. Here, Denji dodges and captures the snitch. That is 70-40, 1 minute, 37 seconds left on the clock. What a match. That is 1 minute, 34 seconds left, 70-40. If PKS wants to stay in this, they're going to have to get one Chaser goal and a snitch capture just to tie game, or they are going to have to capture this snitch and a Chaser goal to bring this into overtime. Meanwhile, it looks as if Thin Ice's Chaser and Keeper Core are reticent on getting that Quaffle back out there. Groovy goes for the shot, and it is a beautiful one. Absolutely beautiful. Let's replay that one more time. Beautiful shot there. We are 45 seconds left in the match. 80, 40, 80, 50 as 21st Q puts it in. That is still 30 points left, 30 seconds left on the clock. A single snitch capture and a goal is what Team PKS is going to need if they want to survive. This is the last match. This is the last part of the losing bracket. Whoever wins here moves on to the finals. Whoever loses here is shut out of the Newts for the rest of the game, relegated to 3rd place. 21st Q in possession of the quaffle, trying to push it downfield. You've got 10 seconds and 30 points to make up. Is it going to happen? Is this the last hurrah? They take the shot, but Yukio saves that last second goal, and that is game. Thin ice. 80 points. Scourge, no, it is a best of 3 until it is finals. Best of 5 only happens in this next match. What a game.
Yeah.